Hello and welcome to episode 16 of our Timberborn update for playthrough with the Folktales faction. Here we are in cycle 32, day 8, probably about 2/3 of the way through the temperate season. And last time we started clearing this island and planting some trees. We finally got a pretty good amount of maple syrup coming out of our maple forest. And production seems to be pretty well back on track in terms of our packaged foods or beaver bentos. Just waiting on some more of these chestnut trees to become productive, and that's what we're at work over here doing. So we'll go ahead and continue that. Got a couple other things to take care of today, but for right now we're going to focus on wrapping up what we almost finished last time around. And this is, that's right, we're getting rid of the maple seedlings. All right, that's business as usual. But you'll see we didn't quite get this entire island taken care of. There's a little bit more detonation we have to do to get it completely flat, and then of course we are planting all of these as oak trees, so this can be a nice place for our beavers to come and harvest wood for production. This will be just maple trees for food production, and this will be just chestnuts for food production. Now, a lot of you have pointed out that this isn't going to be enough late game as far as food production and preparing for stuff like catalyst. So don't worry, we're going to take care of that too. We also have this, well, it's not really an island, but we have this area currently planted with birch trees that we can go ahead and turn into either another thing for maples or another regular tree farm. Not entirely sure what we want to do with that. I think I'm kind of biased toward doing maples here because I believe, yes, there is a refinery recipe that uses, of all things, maple syrup and sunflower seeds. Now, granted, it's going to be... Actually, that's catalyst. That's how we make the catalyst. Okay, so never mind. I was about to say, why would we do that when we could just use potatoes? But that's for the actual fuel itself. So I think we are going to want to turn this one into more maple trees. So that is actually going to be a pretty crucial thing for us to get into. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a nice running start by bringing some guys over here to start removing these other trees. And then, of course, replanting. But for the time being, I think we can get by like this with just this guy here. Maybe since we have so many unemployed beavers, maybe we'll just, put 6 of these guys on here. Then mark this whole thing for cutting, and this entire level for cutting as well. We're going to get to it eventually. All of this is going to be replanted, and then we can also come up here and put in a water dump or 2 to try and make this area usable for planting as well. So that gives them a nice project. Right now, though, we're focused on getting all of this dynamite in place, leveling this out, and finally getting everything done here. We also had a couple of suggestions in the way of improving things around this area. So I think what we're going to do, we have our space for some food and some water. I like the idea of having maybe right here, using our alternative storage doohickeys, scientific term, to store some water and some packaged foods. So once those are built, the reason I'm doing that is so I don't lose any land here that I could be planting trees on. But once this is in, we'll have to move the stairs 1 block further this way and build another platform there. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on as we continue moving forward. But I'm already very happy with the amount of maple syrup being produced for our food consumption. I just want to make sure that we are ahead of the game, producing it for the catalyst, which we will need at some point. Maybe in the next couple episodes. Not sure. Depends on the pace of things. As we all know, that tends to vary a little bit. But it'll be good to have this, especially closer to the food production right here. It's probably a good spot. And once this is all set up as the chestnut trees, that's going to be a great asset. We already have plenty of sunflowers here. So what we can also do is over here into this area, as these trees start to get a little bit more mature, we can see what the harvest rate of those is. And if we need to, we can plant some more trees on this island as soon as these metal things are dismantled. But yes, many, many questions I have received about when are we going to start using this area. And the answer to that is not until we have plenty of materials all ready to go, stockpiled, so we can build all of it in one go. And it's going to be something. If I can make this design I've got in my head work, then I think you guys are really going to like it. But that is still a little bit of ways off. Ah, they can't get packaged foods because they don't have enough. They don't have enough haulers going on here, huh? Well, I mean, we have them. So are these marked to prioritize? No, they are not. So that's probably why that's not happening. But yeah, we really got to get our numbers up in the way of our chestnuts here, because they can't do anything else until they're finished waiting for the chestnuts. So we'll go ahead and go into turbo mode while they put these last couple of dynamites in here, and talk a little bit about what else we want to accomplish today. Obviously, having these additional trees planted over here is going to be a very important goal for us. But aside from that, we have a couple improvements you guys suggested in the comments section, which, as always, please feel free to leave any comment that comes to mind. I do read all of them, and I greatly appreciate your input. So people have asked, of course, for the additional trees, additional maple syrup production, so that's part of it. But we also have some requests for some more Torii gates and some more raw potato storage as we go into bot production, as well as a little bit of beaver quality of life improvement and stuff like that. So we'll be working our way through a lot of that stuff today's episode, see what we can get done in not too long of a period of time. Meanwhile, these are ready to go, so we'll go ahead and take care of that and plant all of these. Good to go, and they just have the next 6 of these to put in place. We'll go ahead and prioritize them. Then we can detonate these. So have they gotten over here yet? They have not. Seems like this ladder is now the, what? Oh, they're building these from down below. All right, well, that's a strategy, I guess. And this guy's already gotten rid of everything he can, so we'll get rid of him in turn. And we've got some orphaned flywheels. My name's on them. Are these framed? No, I just built frames around them. So we probably should be getting rid of these based off of the power draw that they've got here. And they're not really storing anything that we can really make use of because, well, we have plenty of storage here. In fact, I kind of had thought about replacing these with those large ones because they store so much more, but I think for the time being, this is honestly fine. So in an effort to get a little bit better organized here, I think it's time to say goodbye to these small framed ones and attempt to get a little bit of a resource recovery here. Because remember that the only time these actually need to go up is here and here. And power is, of course, transferred across this way, so we're not going to need any more of those. So we could actually get rid of all of that, harvest those resources. It's not a lot, but that does give us some wood back. Look at these guys. They're going to town on these trees, man. They're going. Alright, so stairs can come up there. I should have just had this go completely straight, but that's fine. Just give them an avenue to go up the stairs and take those trees down. And then we'll continue going up and up and up. And I think I might actually want this to just be a completely straight line here. So since I have the ability to do that, I think I will. Oh, there's a little baby tree there. So we'll let them just destroy that because we don't really need it. In fact, I think we'll just go ahead and get rid of all of these in a straight line so we really just don't need to worry about it. I guess we could do metal stairs. Yep, here I go again. We could do metal stairs just so we get the bonus from that. Nice and easy. straight line, very efficient. Probably put a forester up here at some point. But for right now, this is all looking good. All right, looks like they're finished here, so we'll go ahead and set that off. Moving right to left across your screen here. Not the smoothest animation or sound, but hey, we're here. All right. And now all of those are planted. And this can also go away. I believe these 2 lumberjack flags will be sufficient. So what we'll do... Actually, no, I'm going to put in 1 right here. Just so we have that 3rd extra one. So now, okay, we got this guy up here. We got these guys. If I go ahead and remove that, I don't think we're going to be in any danger here. As long as we prioritize the construction of these 2 things. So we'll get that done. And then hopefully these will all be planted relatively soon. Looks like we're pretty almost, well, okay, 2/3 full on this one. Completely full, just about, on this one. That is looking fantastic. All right, here goes path here, path here. Oh, there's a thing in the way. Yep, get rid of that guy. And since we have so many of these beavers, we might as well just stick 4 of them there. Just new ones. And then just gradually expand that way. Get rid of all of these. Yeah. Oh, hey, Matt Drums. Beard Booster. We'll just take that kink out right there. These guys can still reach a few of them, so we'll leave them in place, but once that's done, they will be removed. And we'll think about where we want to plant our trees and stick all of our other support facilities, because it's going to take those, I believe, yeah, full 28 days, 40 days until we have any syrup, but 28 days to grow the trees. And don't think that's going to happen in today's episode, so we want to make sure we're set up for the future as we are able. Now, if I were to put a forester, excuse me, at the very top, it's not going to reach everything. This would reach most of this, actually, kind of surprising. So I've got an option here. I could either, I'm probably going to need to have more than one of them anyway, but if I put it kind of in the middle, nope, hold on, wrong button. Yeah, I'm not going to reach this entire lower area on the side, unless I get a little creative. Okay, they can still reach this, so that's okay. Now, what we're going to want to do, I believe, if I've thought about this correctly, I think right here, if I have that set up correctly, should end up working out just fine. Nope, it deselected for me. Thank you very much. Not really. Yeah, let's just preemptively mark all of this for cutting. Yeah, get them to take care of every little bit of this. Dynamite will blast down 3. Of course, we can put our favorite little measuring device down there. And then that'll be a nice little detour. Then maybe next to that we'll put a forester. If I can make it work the way I think I want it to work, then that would be in our benefit to do that. Alright, so now these are no longer useful because they cannot reach anything. Alright, so they can go do something else. And meanwhile, what we'll do here... Oh, they actually can't get over there because it's a lower... It's a lower thing. Alright, well. That causes a little bit of a complication for us. Well, no worries. We'll take care of it anyway. one more, and then we'll place our measuring device down there. And that should make it really easy to automate everything. And we'll see where to go from there. But now that more of this stuff has been cleared, yeah, this is, I feel like this should be a good location for it, except we're not going to get much of the bottom. If I move down, well, it's not going to fit there. If I move right here, it gets more of the bottom area. But if I put here, it gets a lot of the bottom area. But not quite all of it. So I'm trying to think, would it be better to just have a path come down here so they can actually access things? I think that might be the answer. Might be a slightly better method of doing things. So if we were to do that, we could actually have this connect to this other path network here that might actually work. Might actually be a smart idea. Could also be a stupid idea, but that's what you do. You live and you learn with all of these things. Alright, last piece here. Alright, stream gauge, do your thing. Water dump, do your thing. Build both of them. Get this thing irrigated. That should take care of... it might not take care of everything over here. But if it doesn't, we can just use dynamite, because dynamite's our friend. Should make things a little bit easier. We'll see exactly what that ends up looking like. These guys actually can't reach any of these, huh? Not a one. Not even this guy. Alright, so what we'll do is we will stick... I guess right here is going to be... Ah, sneaky dogs. They're... These aren't connected. Alright. Well, we'll stick that there anyway, just because we can. Put another set of stairs here, just so we can get at most of the rest of this. And I think should be able to reach everything at that point. Alright, cool. So this is in place. Let's attach the stream gauge to it. Pause when above 2.90, as we have so learned unpause when below 2.20. I believe is what the settings were. Who's working in here? The I Heal Me, welcome to the water dump. Yeah, so it's actually disappointing that this doesn't reach... Let me right click, come on. Doesn't reach all the way down here, but I don't think that any one of these is actually completely unwatered, so we should still be able to plant there. A little birch tree. That's gonna end up going away. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. Yeah, that was not my finest hour. Trying to... Oh, there it goes. It wasn't full yet. Alright. I knew something was fishy with that. Now let's pause. That's the maximum extent of our reach there. So what we can do is we can creatively attempt to have this stuff put in a way that makes sense. We'll try it. We'll start with that. We'll see what happens. I might also just just move this guy in. Another couple as well. See if that ends up looking any better. Alright, few more left there. Just about done. Yeah, come on. Alright, nobody walk on top of this, alright? Make me a promise. Alright, so this might be plantable. Might be. No. I'm not entirely sure. Is it dumb to be demolishing like this? Maybe. Maybe. But it might not be the worst idea ever either. So if we do that, this guy now, look at that. He can get most of this. Most, but not all. Which is fine. We're going to have more than one of these anyway. At least for planting, because all we have to do is just plant this. And then as long as the trees stay alive, they can be harvested. We don't even need to have a forester there to keep up with that. We'll just replace those with taproot shacks. Which, come to think of it, I haven't checked to see if their range is the same. I probably should know this, but if Forester looks like that. Tapper Shack, of course, it's turned around the wrong way. It looks like it's maybe a little smaller. Maybe a little smaller. It doesn't quite reach everywhere that the Forester does. Or maybe it's exactly the same. I don't know. I could just be insane. So if we stick those two... Well, for the sake of planting, we'll stick 3 in. And I think this should get us about where we want to go. Put 3 of those in there, start planting these, and be done with it. Do I have any other trees that have popped up? All right, there's one. There's a little one. The rest of this is looking pretty okay. I think I don't want to worry about the rest of this corner quite yet. Yep, nothing, hey Jason, nothing left to do but to get rid of that. And instead start planting some maple trees. So I think that is what is going to work for us, is just to do these guys. Is this going to reach all the way over there? It sure is. There we go. We'll put some trees there. Put some here. And put some here. I think they'll reach there. And then at the very top up here, outside of the range, I'm kind of tempted to build all this other stuff, but I think these lower levels are going to be fine. Just like that. So what we'll do instead is we'll have our large tank. Stick this guy right at the top. And then across from that we can have a little feeding station for our workers here. Obtain packaged food. Obtain water. Set this for maple syrup and supply. And they're already getting to work. Cool. Good to see. Good to see. And we can make life a little bit easier for ourselves by just demolishing these 3 right here. Make this a walkable space. Everybody likes walkable space, right? Yeah, we're making some good progress here. Got Jason Zinda working in the Forester now. Roy Bratton down here in this Forester. And I believe this is a default name, but if it's a beard booster, I am sorry. There were 90 of you. It's hard for me to remember off the top of my head. But stuff is looking pretty good here. This, again, is not going to be immediately useful in today's episode, but in Thursdays it sure will be, when all these trees are grown and producing all of their own maple syrup, and we're going to have tons and tons and tons of maple syrup available, and everybody's going to be happy, because that's how that works. Alright, we got some chestnuts of our own over here to plant. Make sure those are in progress to be good to go. There we go. They're still... Oh, they still haven't... Oh, I didn't put a path here. Okay. Well, there's your problem. Now that's all fixed up. It should be good to go. Now, you'll notice I didn't blast down and do anything over here for log storage or whatever, because, well, we're not storing any logs. And this whole area here doesn't really need to exist either, but for some reason it does. I just couldn't get myself out of that. So what I'll do here is I'll just place another large tank of maple syrup. Since it seems we're producing more than we can consume right now, might as well have the capacity to store it, especially if we're going to want it later. Did I set that to supply? Sure did. Alright, so that's good. And we're pretty much never going to run out over here. Chestnuts, again, still the biggest problem as we continue with all of this stuff. I think we can go ahead and just cut all of these down and just turn them all into chestnuts. This guy can reach everything. This is just a regular, efficient farmhouse. Zippy Boo and Roy Gray in here farming away. I think we're going to want to start growing more raw potatoes and storing those. What do we store up here? Logs? It's probably the only thing we can really store up here. Yeah, I guess that's fine. So we're already growing the carrots up here. If we take a look at our carrots over here. Yeah, that's fine. We might as well just make use of this space, grow some potatoes. As we know, we're going to need them eventually. Just have our guys in the farmhouse with something else to do. So they can take care of that. And we can start bolstering our potato supplies, which we don't really have a lot of storage for. We just have the, I believe it's 200 of a medium storage. When we really probably should be having quite a lot more. We're not using these dandelions at all, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of them. Just all of these, don't need them. And in this space, I'm going to go ahead and place a pathway here. And what's over here? Growing potatoes, growing chestnuts, and growing spatterdock. I believe that's how that's set up on the other side as well. If we demolish that, then we're going to be able to have room eventually. Oh, you know what we can do? We can get rid of this one spatterdock. It's not like we really need it. Oh, it's too far. Well, that's inconvenient, isn't it? Well, we'll just put some stairs here so they can get to it. Or I guess, no, let's not put stairs there. Let's, yeah. Let's just extend this path, which I guess at this point should be a frog path if we're going to abide by the rules that you guys seem to have laid out for me here. Frog paths underwater. And this guy here. Just interconnect all of this. This is probably going to become a permanent path now. So I'll get rid of that. And then get rid of this. And replace it with everybody's favorite path. How did I have this set up? I think it was like this. Doesn't mean it has to go there, but that's probably just easier. These are going to be permanent paths to take care of that. Now, why are we crying about here? Can't obtain goods. What do you... Oh, I didn't... Alright. I didn't connect it with a path. That's my fault. So that's solved. Let's go ahead and detonate these. And replant should be much better access over here for not chestnut trees. Come on, let me click. Please. Thank you. Alright. Maple trees. So now this guy should be able to... Oh, he can't quite reach everything. Nor can this one, but... Wait, this one can't either? How does that work? Did I make the access... Oh, I got rid of the... I got rid of the frog path. Don't forsake the frog. Are you kidding me? That doesn't work either. Alright, well... I guess I was wrong. All of this. Oh, what a mess this is. Well, all they have to do is just plant what they can plant. If they can't plant it, then they can't plant it. No use getting upset about it. Platform here. Gonna give this a path, and then what we'll do here, like I had said previously, is we're going to take our large warehouses and make one of these for storing raw potatoes. And whenever they finish this, we'll have this also be storage for raw, maybe spatterdock, because we have so much that's unharvested, because that's going to be able to be used in the biofuel also when we get to that point. Looks like this is just about done. Just need somebody to come finish the construction bit. Boy, they sure are building these things fast. Alright, that goes away, and another one of these goes in its place. Where's my raw spatterdock? Is that it? Alright, cool. And that's going to be also useful for these guys because, well, they have a... Oh, we have these little ones here. We could easily remove and have a couple more grills. So why don't we take a look and see if anything is bogging down. It doesn't really look like it, but for the time being, we can just leave these guys here and then get rid of them whenever we find something else to put in their place. But it's good to remember that we have that there. Alright, planting going well. Is this guy not quite gotten to everything? Huh. So maybe I don't have to have... Yeah, I'm not going to need this one to exist as a tapper shack, I don't think. Because the one in the middle should be able to reach all the ones down here. We'll see what the rate of syrup production looks like. Did I not set this, really? Thought I had done that. Alright, well that should help that. Still slowly planting trees out in a circle. No matter, I don't need to have 2 of these because, well, it's kind of unnecessary. Oh, I love the detail here of this, what is this, a straw? Going all the way down to the bottom. Maybe that's supposed to represent somewhat of a bucket. Let's actually, yep, that's exactly what it is. It's got a bucket on a string. I like that. That is so cool. All right, more planting of chestnuts here. Can this guy reach all this? Yeah, I guess just not the fastest builder on the planet here. All right, these are already being filled up. All right, love to see that. We want to make sure we have a good stockpile of those things. Now, let's just check again, recipe-wise. Yeah, we should be good. Should be in good shape. So now that that's taken care of, let's move to the next item on the agenda, which is more Torii gates. Probably pronouncing that wrong, but we've got one here. And, yeah, we've got another one here by the entrance to the temple. A couple of you said around here, the Fountain of Joy would be a good place to put some. So let's see what fits. We have 3 different categories that we have to fulfill in our well-being. Oh, we have 100,000 science. Nice. We have, where is it? Ordinary, Gorgeous, and Great. Right now we just have 2 of the Gorgeous ones. So what we can do, see, I like the demo version one. These aren't going to apply to everybody up here on our little beaver housing area. So we might have to get creative. Oh, you know what? You know what I haven't thought of until just now? We have a side platform. Oh, can I not? Okay, okay, alright. Alright, shrub. Sorry about you. It's time to go. I gotta put something there that's actually gonna fit. Benches don't give off any benefit. Beaver statues we already have. Does a hedge give benefit? No. So instead, I don't know that there's really anything else that would fit here because the shrub is too tall. In this faction, the shrub is too tall. So maybe, hold on. Can I fit a scarecrow here? Okay, no, that doesn't work. It was worth a shot though. Could put a little guy here, or I could go into my decoration blocks, and we can pick one that doesn't look completely insane. Like I don't know. That looks okay, I guess. Nope, that's not what I was thinking of. That's the double height. So I guess no, double height. Where's my corner? We just do something simple like that. Satisfy the beautiful dam needs of a bunch of these guys. And back to our original mission over here is to put a demo version. Oh, is it 3 wide? Are you serious? Oh, I got bamboozled. Oh, I bamboozled myself. Oh, what a shame. Well, you know what that means. It means we have an opportunity to put something superfluous on top of that for no reason other than to try and get a couple more beavers satisfied with the other pieces if they weren't already. But now I've got concerns about this. So I don't know. There really wasn't any reason for me to do this, was there? No, not really. Oh well. 'Cause I've got to put in... This has like the perfect range to just be right in the middle here. But it's not gonna fit. Not gonna fit. So how am I gonna get away with that? So I can put oh, if this was not quite the way it currently is set up, could probably make this work. Oh, does this reach everybody over here? Or am I just Okay, it's not going to reach. Not going to reach the guys on the far end. It would have to be one more over. Oh, this is so irritating. Oh, come on. All right, these are the same. They're just, oh, these huge ones. Huge ones are the problem because I don't have, oh, ho, 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 ho. Hold on. Does this, oh, it sure does. Well, well, well. Oh, look at the description for this. The Torii Gate of Kumano Hongu Taisha Shrine, I'm sure I butchered that, is so huge that it can be seen from another district. Needless to say, it is inedible. Because it's made out of metal. All right. So that would give us a huge bonus. But I really like the design of the wooden one. I just don't have anywhere to put it. Because it's so big. But this guy would fit right here. It's just unfortunate it takes the bot parts to build because we don't have any of those. But I think we're going to hold on to this. We're going to hold on to that space for this guy. And actually, hold on. Let's pause. If I put that there, can I put another one? I can. Is that? I don't know. There's got to be some sort of like log against actually doing that. But if you do that, then that would give you both bonuses for the same range. Except this actually wouldn't touch anything, so let's get rid of that. But that guy can go there. I'm not going to actually build it until we have the bot parts to do it. But it's good to know we can do that there. And before you ask, yes, the other one requires that as well. So we're still kind of not looking great in our quest to have these gates everywhere. I don't want to just, stick these on top of something. But I kind of feel like that might be what we have to do. We might have to take 3 of these trees out here, which we have plenty of. But we might have to take 3 of these trees out just to put a gate behind it. Oh, man. The things I do to try and get bonuses. If I get, I think, probably better off just sticking these 3. Get those out of there. Then we'll put one of the 2. Actually, hold on. If I were to do both of these, what's the range? Okay, that's the demo version. And then we could actually put both of these right next to each other. Yeah, demo version, come on. Right there. And then the treated wood Torii Gate right there. That is going to cover every beaver in the giant apartment. Yep, everything's highlighted. These guys right here still don't have any bonus, but I think we might be able to come up with a way to solve that problem at some point. But for right now, getting a bunch of these guys, those bonuses, even if they are kind of hidden back on the tree, just, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It works. It works. We can make ones that look nice later. All right. Have we planted all of our trees that we can plant? You know what? Let's plant some up here. Just because we're already up here. And there's really no reason not to. Yeah, we'll plant all those. And this guy down here, sorry, Roy, you're going to have to go find something else to do, bud. Get rid of that. And replace it with a tapper shack. And both of these guys can still plant all these. But we will get rid of those. Obviously, we don't need to worry about that right now because these trees are still a long way away from being able to be tapped for syrup, I think is probably what the correct verb is. And the ones on the inside here are actually almost half grown. That's cool. Ones on the outside, not even close. So we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, look how fast this dude's going. And it's only at 34,000, 33. And it's going up. It's going up and up and up. And this is looking cool. That's the treated one. The demo one, I think we're going to put somewhere else. I'm going to find another spot for it. And eventually, we are going to put that other thing here. I don't know what to do about putting gates in on this spot, because I don't really think that's going to work out super great. Another thing, very frequently requested in the comments, lowering the workday. So there you go. 16 hours instead of 18. But that will give our beavers a little bit more time to go and do recreational things. We need to put in some more campfires. We only have the one, as several of you have said. We might actually have another one somewhere. I just don't know. I don't know exactly where it would be. So this district is looking pretty okay. I guess if we really wanted to, we could start planting trees here, but I kind of just don't want to worry about it. Leave these guys alone. This is plenty of trees. Plenty of trees. Plenty of guys to cut trees. Actually, before these get replanted here. Yeah, I'm just going to put 3 more of these guys right here. So I know they can reach about half the island, and we already had 4-ish over here. Alright, so that should improve that area a little bit. What's our job prospects looking like here? 4 empty jobs. We have 3 empty jobs with 1 incapacitated beaver. So should mean when we have all of our beds full and all of our beavers are adults, we should have a slight surplus. So that's fine. That's looking better. Storage for... Where's the logs? Here and here? Okay, that's looking okay. This area still has plenty of room to go, but eventually it'll turn into tree harvesting as well. We're just not quite there yet. Let's see. Potatoes continuing to grow. Building up a stock of those is going to be nice. We are going to need to plant some more potatoes at some point. Just not entirely sure where that's going to be. So for right now, we've used most of our space that we had open. So if we're going to plant additional potatoes, it would probably have to be at the expense of the carrots up here. So I don't think we're really ever going to need to have too many more of those. We need to plant some more chestnuts over here to keep up with all of this. Fortunately, the maples are just about gone here. And once these are all planted, we will have to remember to unmark these for cutting before that turns into an issue. Let's see, everything else is looking pretty good. I think we could stand to have a little bit more storage for our sunflower seeds. So what if I just changed both of these over to... Where are they? Sunflower seeds. Am I just nuts? There they are. We change both of those to sunflower seeds because we already have this huge storage that isn't being used for both of the things that are currently in here. That ought to let us harvest a little bit more of these because clearly we have, I don't know, a couple hundred waiting to go. Yeah, we have this whole field over here too. So if that's the case, if we can get a good stockpile of that going, I think we'll be pretty prepared for whenever the bot stuff ends up coming into play, which hopefully we're going to be able to do in the next episode on Thursday or the one on the Tuesday following, depending on what else is going on. Because I really, really want to get over here, and it's still going to take a pretty decent while before we're able to do that. But if we're as prepared as we possibly can, we could probably build the whole thing in one episode. Once I have all the plans sketched out and everything. But to give you a little bit of a preview, I'm planning on harnessing the power of the water. Hey, look, 49. Nice. Harnessing the power of the water coming out of both of these by building channels, directing them through a bunch of water wheels, and maybe getting a little creative with some of the dam designs here. And then right here in the middle, having this just be a huge industrial complex, multi-storied, maybe some housing built in. Or if we have enough bots, just only bots. And all of our production needs just right here in the middle. Have some cool architectural design, layering, maybe terrace it a little bit. That's what's on my mind. If you have any suggestions, of course, you are always welcome to share those. And I'll see if we can incorporate them based off of what else we got going on here. So now we have 9. How do we have 9 vacancies? Oh, incapacitated beavers. Is that because of the mine? It probably is. So our healer is here. We only have 2 beds. Well, the beds aren't... no. We built more here. That's right. The beds aren't even full, so I'm not really sure what those guys are doing. Or they're not taking advantage of the facilities. But what I can tell you is we can come back here, replace these guys with the tapper's shacks. I believe we planted everything we could plant here. I wonder, can I plant any more trees over here? I think I can. We'll see what happens. Give them something to do. Of course, if they don't plant it, that means they can't plant it. So no surprise there if that's what ends up happening. But it looks like they're going to be able to. So that's cool. Very nice. And that's as far as that reaches. So now that that's done, goodbye. We're going to replace you with, you guessed it, another tapper shack. Rotate that guy around. Cool. So now when these are ready to get harvested, there's going to be 3 different guys ready to get to work. That one's not built yet, so I can't tell you if that's a beard booster or not, but looks like that is all good. Yeah, we've gotten a lot of the goals I had for today's video accomplished already. Fortunately, because we are coming up on that hour mark. This guy still has to plant the rest of these oak trees. The Torii Gate bonuses here seem to be working nicely. We just need to figure out something else for here. Either that or just completely get rid of one of these housing things here. But I don't think we want to do that either. And I don't quite have enough space here. I'm not happy with how this is set up. I think what I'm going to have to do... See, it's 4 wide by 2 deep, and that's you can't do too much with that because all the Torii Gate models are 3 blocks wide. Oh, I've done myself a disservice here. So unless I were able to squeeze these in, hey, we got a couple beard boosters here. Get rid of those guys real quick, maybe just temporarily. If I can put these guys here and still reach everybody in the corner. Let's just check. It looks like I can't see the... Yeah, they'll all get it. If I put that there. If I put that there, they won't. So I can kind of just put 1. If I put this here, it's not going to reach the... hold on. It's very picky. There we go. Probably shouldn't have something under it, necessarily, but... Come on, lag. There you go. If I'm able to figure something else out, I think we're going to want to do that. But for the time being, putting this here might actually work. Even though there's nothing really going on over here. I guess we could attempt to keep some sort of a actual function for this by putting some shrines in over here. To make use of that space, so that's not a complete waste. Alright, well that's some sort of an improvement. We got plenty of raw potato storage. Slowly filling up, Spatterdock slowly filling up as well. Sunflower seeds are already completely full up, and there's still some that can't be harvested. Alright, the Tapper's Shack, nothing to do in range because there's no more maple trees. Well, guess what, buddies? You get to go do literally anything else. So that is going to open up some additional space here. I guess just because there's nothing else I can really think of to do with this space. Get rid of these guys. This lumberjack flag can also go bye-bye. And we'll plant some more sunflowers here as well. And this can become another 4 things of potatoes. Now the gatherer flag is going to have to stay for the sake of the chestnuts. Ah, we don't have one that can reach here. So before we plant any more trees, that's going to work. If I put that there, that should be fine. All right, so chestnut trees. Come on down, get those things planted. Unmark them for cutting. That's taken care of. That looks good. Let's unmark this whole area for cutting because there will be no cutting of the trees we actually need. Alright, so that's a big improvement. That should end up being good as well. And hopefully our chestnut numbers continue to rise. I have a feeling once this is all in place, that should solve pretty much all of our chestnut problems. This should help solve our wood problems. And obviously our maple syrup is already good. We're going to make sure it stays good. We're going to make sure of it. And outside of that, I think we're going to be in good shape. So that is... We're actually coming up on a pretty good stopping point. We were well short of an hour. So let's just take a little bit of time and take a look at the rest of the stuff that we said we were going to do. Obviously, we took care of the trees, took care of adding more maple syrup, did some more storage for food and water on this island. Did not on this island, which is something, well, we did right here, kind of out of the island. But we don't have enough to, actually bring anything over here. This island, I believe, already had something in place. Okay, well, we don't need the tooth grindstone, and we sure don't need Ford Prefect. Of course, he's in here. The Gatherer flag really is only applicable to these dandelions in here. So I think what we'll do instead with him is I want to put some other stuff up here. Oh, the Forester. We don't need the Forester. That can go away. And this can actually turn into some more storage for, say, water. Would be a good use for this space. And then in the corner here, we can put in a little storage. Oh, I don't have one of these that's too high that doesn't just extend, do I? Alright, small warehouse for the food's fine as well. Mark that for obtain. Mark that for obtain. I can't prioritize by haulers if it's not constructed, but that's a good improvement here. It's so funny we didn't even need the Forester, but it was there the entire time. That's what happens when you just don't think, kids. And people who are older than me that watch these videos. But hopefully you're a little wiser than I am. Alright, this is looking good. Still got plenty of spatterdock to harvest, and I was thinking about putting another one of these aquatic farmhouses in. In fact, that was going to go over here somewhere. Until I kind of ran out of ideas on where to stick that. So I think... oh, you know what we could do? We could come in here with our regular platforms, do one of these numbers, move this way, free up a little bit of space, and then put our aquatic farmhouse down here. Not that we, need to expand our coverage or anything, but would not be the worst idea to have more of this stuff planted. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. Can always use it. This path doesn't need to exist. That was just for demolishing, so farewell frogs. We'll backfill you with cattails and spatterdock. And do that one here for these guys. I'll keep it on this one side. But I believe this should... I really hope we don't ever need more than this. I really hope we don't. But that is going to be a nice way to kind of cap off our stuff for today. If we ever need to expand down here, then, well, we can. I just hope we don't have to. So, yeah, there you go. Got a lot of good stuff done midway through cycle 33. Oh, my God, look how fast this thing's going. I know I keep saying that, but that's a speedy boy right there. On single time speed, it doesn't look quite so impressive, but I digress. I love this thing so much. Battery smooth is a genius. But at any rate, look at all these trees we planted. We're in good shape now with all this. This is looking a little better as well. And I think we're going to really like what comes next when we start getting up over here. But that is definitely something we can work toward in Thursday's video. So this is where I'll leave you today. As always, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to spend a little bit of it with me here playing this fun game. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything at all, please do drop a comment. I read every single one of them. Can't always respond, and sometimes it does take me a little bit to get back to it, but I do read them, and I really value your input because, as I always say, this is not a watch me play. This is a let's play, and I like to take your feedback into account. Make sure that you're getting something out of the experience as well. So, always love to chat. Please feel free to drop me a line here or on Discord whenever. And, of course, huge, huge thank you to the Beard Boosters who continue making all of this stuff possible with their financial support. It really, really does truly mean a lot to me. And I am very thankful for those folks. You can see their names on screen. And as a reminder, they are currently, until I figure out something else to do, getting early access to these videos just as soon as they're uploaded and processed. And that is the YouTube members and Patreon members now. Getting early access, although Patreon takes a really long time to encode video. So we'll see how that goes. We might end up changing some of the reward structure, whatever, around a little bit. But for right now, very, very thankful to have everyone as a part of that who is. And if you're not, there's never any obligation to. Just very, very thankful for those people that choose to do so. And of course, if you ever feel like checking that out, there's information in the description for you. But again, absolutely, absolutely not required. I'm just glad to have you here. Even if this is the only video you ever see, glad we got to spend a little bit of time together today. And I hope whatever you're doing with the rest of your time, have a safe and a fun rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow for episode 2 of the Water Beavers. Check out episode 1 if you haven't already. And then back again on Thursday in this playthrough for more Timberborn. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.